Yeah, when I get through here, I'm going to go up and see how Calvin looks behind his new desk.
He certainly has moved up in the world, hasn't he?
Oh, yeah, all the way to Chief Marceau's office. Can you believe it? Calvin Stoner, the new deputy chief.
Which makes him acting chief of police while Bill Marceau is on vacation.
Yeah, how about that?
How about that?
Well, well, well. Thomas Wolfe was wrong. You can go home again.
Cliff, what happened to your face?
Oh, I ran into a door. It was held by some girlfriend of mine. Well, here's looking at you, sweetheart.
Cliff, what are you doing here?
Well, I came to welcome Steve back to his office.
Oh, really? Since when have you been a big fan of mine, Cliff?
Ever since you left. Well, I mean, you know, the arrests have been going down around here, and now that you're back there on the streets, pulling in those crooks, the rate of convictions will go up for me.
It'd be nice having you working again, Cliff.
Well, we are a team, you know. You're the law, I'm the order. We ought to go arm in arm. That's, well, I was wondering if there'd be some cute short-haired detective around here who wouldn't mind accompanying some dashing assistant district attorney to dinner.
Oh, thanks, sweetheart. But I have just gone on duty. Take a rain check.
I was speaking to Scarlett.
Oh, I'm sorry, babyface. I also have a date.
Steve's working, and you're not going out with me tonight. Going out with that older man again? It's too bad you're busy tonight. I was going to take you to Fisherman's Net.
Maybe some other time, Cliff.
Well, you seem to be having such a wonderful time when I saw you there the other night.
What are you doing, Cliff? Spying on me?
Now, spying is for cops. I was there having a drink. And I noticed this cute redhead in the back booth. That was you, wasn't it?
It was me.
That gray-haired old man opposite you was Paige Madison's daddy, huh?
Owen.
So I was having dinner with Owen. Big deal.
Some dinner must be tough whipping your fork to your face when you're holding someone's hand. So I naturally assumed that since you were busy tonight, you were going out with that older man, Owen.
It is not your right to assume anything, Cliff.
Well, getting a bit defensive, aren't we?
How I choose to occupy myself and with whom are none of your business. I have things to do. If you'll excuse me, Mr. Nelson. See you later, Steve.
Yeah, well, have a nice night.
I never thought I'd see a time when youth would lose out to old age, but here it is. Hey, what are you doing?
Your hat. Cliff, you really think she's dating Owen Madison?
Butter wasn't the only thing melting at that seafood place. And with me around, what is she seeing him? Gee, Owen Madison, #1.
Oh, wait a minute. Owen Madison happens to be a married man.
That doesn't seem to bother Miss Scarlett none. He's got a movie star waiting for him at home. Aren't you jealous?
No, why should I be?
Because for the past year and a half, you've been chasing Scarlett.
Hey, Cliff. My relationship with Deborah happens to be none of your damn business.
Well, all you got now is just memories.
The reason Deborah has been dining out with Owen Madison is so they can discuss Paige's problems outside the Madison house.
Are you living in some sort of time warp, dum-dum? This dinner was after Paige Madison's case was closed. Besides, holding hand is not in the police manual.
Yeah, well, she's old enough. She can do what she wants, when she wants, anytime she wants.
But why would she go out with the man old enough to be her father? Of course, that's a traumatic experience in her childhood. Our Scarlett must have a father fixation.
Tell me something, Cliff. What do you do in your spare time? Study psychology?
Some of us read. Books without pictures, too. I had this chick who gave me this self-help book on psychology.
Really? She must have known you could use all the help you could get.
Yeah. No! Hey, look, we all know how close Scarlett was to her old man, right?
You're talking through your hat, Cliff.
Hey, don't knock it. I thought she had a father fixation, so that's why I bought this. Thought it would make me look older. Figured she wanted someone to look distinguished. I didn't know she wanted someone to look ancient.
Owen Madison is not that old, and he happens to be a pretty nice guy.
Hey, you think it would help if I had gray hair?
Yeah? Just comb it right down in front of your face. Look, Doc, do me a favor. Go make a house call somewhere. I got work to do. I got appointments to see, and I have a new deputy chief I have to go visit. Bye. What?
want you to know that what you did last night was just plain stupid.
Well, thanks for the constructive criticism, Brian.
I'm planning on running away, weren't you?
Oh, just continuing a Madison family tradition.
It was bad enough you were even going to see Tobias, Paige, but you were planning on leaving with him. You were going to run away together.
Well, I wasn't going to come back here. Brian, he was the only person I knew that I could trust.
And all along, you kept insisting that you had no romantic feelings for him.
Don't you see, Brian? My life here was shattered. I couldn't come back here, so running off with Toby seemed like the only thing to do.
As it turns out, he had no intention of providing you with any kind of future, did he?
Well, we were halfway out the door before the case burst open and I saw the $1 million in cash.
Yeah, the payoff from the so-called charitable gun-running scheme.
Brian, when I found out that Toby had lied to me, that there was a payoff, well, you know what happened.
You know, Paige, you seem to have a knack for getting involved with men who deceive you.
Brian, when you told me about us being brother and sister, I mean, I was stunned and I ran just like you did when you found out 3 years ago.
I couldn't hide the truth from you any longer, Paige. Believe me, I know the hell it is to find out that someone you care about, someone you thought was only related to you by marriage, turns out to be a flesh and blood relation.
You and Daddy and Nola had no right to lie to me.
No one meant to cause you any pain.
Oh, I wish Steve hadn't bothered to rescue me, that Toby just put an end to all this misery.
Paige, I don't want you to talk like that now. We're just gonna have to learn how to deal with the situation.
Oh, Brian, I don't know if I can deal with it. How am I supposed to stop these feelings that I've had for you since I was a little girl?
It's something that has to be done.
Brian, you were the best big brother a girl could ask for. I have to convince myself now that that's all you'll ever be.
God, I wish I could tell you how I made the adjustment, Paige, but it's something that I'm still working on myself.
It's just not fair.
You know, our lives were a lot less complicated before I came back. Well, maybe it's time that I went away again, huh? This time for good.
No, don't say that,
Look,
Brian.
seeing you every day is only going to make life that much more difficult.
I can't handle this by myself. But maybe, since we both share the same problem, maybe we can both come to a solution.
Oh, God. I don't know if it's going to be that simple.
Well, maybe, who knows, with a little bit of luck, we'll both meet somebody we can care about. And that will be the answer to the problem.
When Hester transforms herself into a witch, she's going to be doing some pretty rotten things. Now, we'd like to fortify that idea by making her as unattractive as possible.
This is the first time we see Hester's physical transformation, isn't it? After her incantation on page 38?
Yeah, that's when she realizes that if she's going to cast spells, she's going to have to look like an old crone.
Is the audience going to buy that?
Are you kidding? They'll love it. Look, the first time they see you turn around and think that they're going to see the elegant Hester Atherton and see an old hag instead, it's going to scare them out of their seats.
Yeah, well, not a Halloween witch, I hope, with a long nose and warts and pointy hat.
Well, we don't want to camp this up, Nola, but there's got to be a distinct difference in appearance.
Well, do you think we'll get more shock value by showing her changed all at once, or doing the time-lapse thing, letting the audience see the transformation?
Well, that's up to the director, but if we go into time-lapse photography, it's going to cost extra.
Elegant lady to witch. You know, I'd really like to do my own makeup. Do it myself.
You always did have a flair for the grease paint.
It won't be easy, of course. I mean, making myself up to look the part of an elegant lady.
Oh, please, don't talk like that, Nola.
Oh, well, let's face it, Eddie. You must have been doing a little bit of typecasting when you thought of me for this role.
I thought of this as a role that only an excellent actress could handle and that only a beautiful woman wouldn't be afraid to play.
Spoken like a true press agent.
That wasn't a press agent. That was me, Eddie Vaughn. Remember me, Nola?
Anyway, you're a dear man. For bringing Owen this project. No matter how much he protests, I haven't seen him so happy in years.
Well, I didn't do it for Owen. I mean, I did it for all of us. We're picture people, and picture people should be making motion pictures.
And I'm going to make the most of it, Eddie. I promise you that.
I'm sure you are.
I haven't touched a drop, you know. Not since Owen said we would do this movie. I haven't even wanted a drink. Well, at least not most of the time.
I'm really very happy to hear that.
I can't afford to start that downhill slide again, Eddie. I just can't. I'm not sure if I'd be able to stop myself from going all the way down.
You're not going anyplace but up. And this picture is going to make all the difference.
Well, I don't know if it's going to make the difference to Owen. I practically lost him, you know.
What are you talking about?
Well, I think you know what's going on, Eddie.
Oh, you're worrying about nothing at all.
Owen isn't married to Nola Patterson, movie star, anymore. Just an unreasonable facsimile, preserved in alcohol.
He didn't marry your image, Nola. He married you.
The years have been very kind, Owen. He could pick and choose among a bevy of young starlets.
That's not Owen's style, and you know it. Owen Madison is one of the most loyal people on this earth. And what he's doing in this crazy business, I'll never know.
I don't want his loyalty. I don't want Owen to feel as if he's chained to my side because of a marriage certificate. I want his love.
Oh, why all these sudden doubts?
A woman can see the signs.
How did we get onto this topic? Look, can we get back to the script?
That's an idea. Maybe old Hester has some spell I can use to keep Owen. Oh, I'll get it. Hello?
I'd like to speak to Owen Madison.
Mr. Madison isn't available at the moment. Perhaps I can help you.
Well, who are you? Are you connected with this production?
Slightly, yes. And, who are you, may I ask?
This is Trent Archer speaking. Do you want me to spell it? Or maybe by chance you happen to know who I am?
Mr. Archer, hello. Nola Madison here.
Nola who?
A thousand apologies, Miss Patterson. Yes, well, I thought, it sounded as though it was the housekeeper or something.
Oh, really? Where are you calling from, Mr. Archer?
I just arrived at the airport.
Oh, my. Well, why don't you come right on over to our house? You have the address, haven't you? Mr. Vaughn and I are just going over the script. Maybe you'd like to put in your 2 cents worth.
Yes, about the script. Yes, I've got to talk to somebody. Well, unfortunately, I seem to find myself without any means of transportation.
Oh, well, I believe there's a taxi stand right outside the terminal.
Well, I assumed there'd be a limousine.
A limousine. Oh, yeah, the limousine, yes. Hold on just a moment.
I've heard that this guy expects the star treatment everywhere he goes, so I'll pick him up.
Your driver will be right there, Mr. Archer. What shall I tell him you're wearing so he'll recognize you?
Well, I have been in 7 major motion pictures in the last 3 years. So unless he has been living in a cave, I don't think he'll have any trouble spotting me.
Right. I'll tell him it's someone who looks familiar. See you soon, Mr. Archer. He said he's been in 7 major movies in the past 3 years.
Who's he kidding? He hasn't worked since that spaghetti western in '77, but we can afford him. I'll see you later, Hester. Oh, don't take anything but wooden broomsticks. Oh, your telephone light's still on.
Oh, it's the other line.
I made a date at Ricardo's. Is 8 o'clock too early?
Oh, no, that's fine. I'll meet you there.
Good. Really looking forward to seeing you again, Deborah.
You know, I never really appreciated how much responsibility the chief has until now.
Calvin, you're not thinking about going in administration, are you?
Nah, the action's on the street.
Oh, good. I'm glad to have my old partner back again.
Yeah, with me, you, and Deborah preserving law and order, the forces of evil won't have a chance.
Yeah, the 3 musketeers have been reunited, sort of.
Yep, just like old times. Once I get back on my feet. and get out from behind his desk. Come on, Vamoose.
Yeah, well, it'll never be the same exactly. I guess things never stay the same.
Oh, it'll be close enough.
Yeah, now that's the trouble, Calvin. Deborah and I, hey, we used to be a lot closer, you know?
Hey, come on, you're gonna have to give her a chance, man. You know, I mean, you were just crowding her, and she didn't like it. She needs some room.
Yeah, well, her social calendar seems to be very crowded. It's bursting at the seams.
You gotta be kidding. You know, she only goes out with Cliff Nelson for comic relief.
Calvin, do you think that... Well, you know Deborah's seeing Owen Madison?
I know they're spending some time together.
Yeah, well, Cliff seems to think that they're having a thing.
Hey, come on, don't listen to Cliffy, boy. You know Deborah was assigned to Owen's daughter's case. You know that.
And you think it's strictly business?
Well, she never said anything to me about it. I didn't really think it was my place to ask.
Oh, yeah, I mean, yeah, of course. Now, once she's off duty, her life is her own, yeah.
Look, this guy Madison, he's a hotshot movie producer, right? Maybe she's just trying to get discovered and become a star.
I wonder just how interested Owen is in finding a new leading lady.
That's not the point. Until now, I've been able to justify our being together because we've had official business to discuss.
That's not the case tonight.
No. As far as the department's concerned, Paige Madison case is closed.
Such a relief to know that Paige's problems are over with.
That's bringing up another problem for me.
Oh?
Owen, there's absolutely no way I can fool myself into thinking the reason we're here tonight is anything but social.
At least we're being honest with each other. Does that bother you?
Oh, no. You know what's bothering me.
What, that I'm older?
No, I think as long as two people can relate to each other, age doesn't make a bit of difference.
Well, that's a relief. I'm not that old, you know.
I feel uncomfortable because I'm dating a married man, Owen. And that is what you are.
Come on, Deborah. I told you what kind of marriage Nola and I have.
I always told myself I was going to be the kind of woman who would never get involved with another woman's husband.
Look, it's a marriage just devoid of feelings. Certainly the kind of feelings that marriages are based on.
Owen, I'm just confused. Well, I guess it's something that I'm going to have to work out for myself.
I can't tell you how wonderful it is to see you again.
I'm flattered you feel that way.
I hope it's mutual. That you're not just giving in to an aging movie producer.
You should know me better than that.
A little attack of insecurity. But I do want you to feel something for me, Deborah.
As much as I don't want to, I do. Why else would I be here?
Oh, good heavens!
No, what happened?
Just a little accident, that's all. No harm done.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. I just dropped my drink. Mineral water, darling.
Good. That 12-year-old Scotch can really stain a carpet.
I don't know what happened. My mind must have been drifting, and the glass just dropped out of my hand.
Oh, my mind is slipping. Nola Patterson, meet your leading man, Trent Archer.
Well, the important thing is that you're here, Mr. Archer.
Call me Trent, all my friends do.
Only if you call me Nola.
I am so honored to be working with one of the legends of the film business.
People don't usually become legends until they're dead and buried. There's still quite a bit of life left in me.
I have to hand it to Owen. Having you in the part of Nicholas Harriman is a stroke of casting genius.
Yes, the role is a bit different. Well, a lot of my fans, they wouldn't see me that way, right?
Hey, usually you're the lover, right?
Yes, and a very convincing one, too.
Well, my agent thought it was a good opportunity for my versatility, you know. And then, I'm not really getting a fee, so it's all right.
Well, you see, we decided that this didn't need to be a big budget production. The excitement of this film is going to come from the performances of two of the finest talents in the business.
Oh, I think you're going to be a marvelous devil, Mr. Archer. Trent, you're so devilishly handsome.
Well, it's a part I've never tried, Mephistopheles.
And I've never played Faust, or rather Lady Faust.
You have read the script, haven't you, Trent?
Oh, yes, I have. Yes, I have a few suggestions. I took a few notes on the plane.
Oh, yeah, sure. Great. I'm sure that Owen will appreciate these.
Well, now, one thing, I don't think that there's so much need for all the spells, the incantations. I mean, they all sound a bit ludicrous to me.
But the spells are very important. They give Hester her power.
Yes, but they can be toned down a little.
None of this was made up, Trent. The guy who wrote this screenplay, he got that all from an authenticated manuscript.
Yes, Hester Atherton was a real person, you see.
A real witch?
Yes. And I think it's marvelous that the spells are all genuine, don't you?
Great publicity gimmick, right?
I don't believe in fooling with this sort of thing. I think it's foolish and unhealthy.
It's dramatic, darling. Surely that's all that counts. Listen to one of them. Here, this is the curse Hester puts on a faithless lover. Astaroth, Asmodeus, princes of affection, I conjure you to accept this sacrifice of blood, to keep his heart beholden to me. To me alone.